everybody, how are you today? I hope you had a lovely Easter. We've got another long weekend this weekend in Australia because yesterday was Anzac Day, and I went down to the council that supports my band. We played at their dawn service, and which was really lovely, always is. So here we are. In my last video, I made all of these, let me grab these gorgeous, yeah, look, it's nearly full. I've still got more to cut out, all of these labels. And I said in that video that I've got labels from things that I've printed out, and I've either printed too many, or once I've printed them, they weren't right and they just sit around, and I said, oh, you know, I'll just collage them onto some and make a masterboard. Then this morning I was watching my videos, and Tracie from Tracie Fox Creations had this beautiful printout, which she'd printed out 2 to a page. I've done the same thing. And she'd done like a cheats masterboard because the paper's already collaged. I went, oh, that's what I was told. She's talking about when you've lost your mojo, make a masterboard, because you just, you know, it doesn't matter. And then, you know, she cut it all up and made it into some tags and things. So, I mean, I've printed out the beautiful freebies. They're on her website. I'll try and remember to, actually, I'll write myself a note, because you know what? I'm really bad at that stuff. So let's write a note. Link Tracie's website for freebies. Okay, now I won't forget. So I'll stick that there on my to-do list. But I also, apart from, which I shouldn't have done, printed out new stuff, I've got this whole box. And it's just full of papers, and look, it just goes on and on and on and on. So what I've been doing this morning for the last, what is it now, 2:30. So the last, I've been about 2 hours, I think, because I had to go out and get the shopping. I went through that box, and I've got papers here that I've printed. And so I've just cut them all in half. The majority of these are from Rachel at Roxy Creations, and it's a mixture of all different kits. So there are a few of my digitals in there, not many. And then in there, I've got all of this. Okay, so I've been ripping these all out. These were from the members at the Graphics Fairy members site, and they're printables, so small journal card backs, pink and grey journal cards, ATC backgrounds, postcards, what else have I got? Wallpaper with ATC. We've just got envelopes, pages. It just goes on, and they're all printed out. What happened, the reason I've got so many stuff all printed out, is I used to have a laser printer, and so, you know, it cost hardly anything to print stuff out, which was really great. But then you couldn't get the ink drums anymore, the powder. So I gave it away to someone who wanted it for parts, because they still had plenty. But at the time, I'd get like all of these papers from Rachel, and I'd print out the whole kit, print it all out, and then I'd use some, and then the rest would go and sit in the box. It's like, and it just sits there. So I thought, okay, good on you, Tracie, because I did mention that in my last video, making a masterboard with my labels. So what I've done, now you can, because the old laser, these ones I've just printed, so I did them borderless, but my old laser never used to. I don't know if you can see, they're all different sizes, because it used to put weird borders around everything. So these are like little ATC. I think these are off the Graphics Fairy, and some are from Rachel's, the postcards from the Graphics Fairy. So I've just been sitting here and these are all torn. I just have my ruler, I've torn them all out. So they've all got raggedy edges. I'm certainly not going to ink them all. And what I'm going to do is exactly what Tracie did, and that is do a masterboard, but obviously not with just labels. Where's my other? It is. I will use, so I think this was, who's this paper? Alison Ellis Designs, 2008. I used to be a rep for her, and this was out of the thing, and I just never used it. So what Tracie did was just take the whole big page, because this is already a collage effect, and I'm just going to go through and put them. I'm not even going to take the barcode strip off, because then I can just, I've got a little bit extra when I cut them up into tags, hey. I could just, some of these I might even cut into 4, and I'm also not going to worry about the orientation of my text, something like that, and then I can just get a little something, but also, there we go. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Right. So I'll do this first one, then you know, you all know how to glue stuff onto paper, and then we'll, oops, please work. Yeah, maybe, no, not maybe, I don't know. Yep, it's coming out. Excellent. Because I'd been away for nearly 4 weeks, I went to use it and it just wouldn't come out. Okay. I don't even know if that's how I had it, but it doesn't actually matter. The other thing that I will do is I'll grab out the labels and oops, oh, it doesn't matter. It's all getting covered over. It's all good. Not on these big ones, but on the, when I use some of those smaller pieces, I'll also use labels to fill up some of the space, or go like over the top. I might even do some stamping and stuff as well, just to give it a different look before we cut it all up into tags or journal cards. Turn it around so I can see. So in my case, this is a really good way to use up all of this printing that I had done. You know, sometimes when you get excited, you go, oh, I'll print the whole lot out. But I've learnt now, just print what you want. You've got the digital copy there, Mandy. You can print the other stuff out as you need it. So I don't tend to print out the whole lot anymore. And even when I do that, I'll print something and then I won't use it. So I'll still end up with with an extra. That's all good though. This one here. Little bit for the middle. So that glue stick I'm using, it's just the Kmart's own brand. What is it? Anko. And I'm actually quite surprised. It's not too bad. Now I might go. Which way do I want to go? No, I'll go this way. Right. Okay, I can't cut. Oh, actually I can, because I'm going to use my guillotine. Let's just put those on. And now remember, it's so it's 12 this way, but it's a 12 and maybe it's probably an extra centimetre, so which is that, about 1/4 of an inch. Now I'm going to do it, when I cut my masterboards, I like to cut them upside down. The other thing you could do before you cut it, if you've got a scanner, you can actually, where's my A4? So you can scan A4 that way, that way, that way, and that way, and you'll get 4 which are digitals, which you can print out again at another time. Let's put the ruler in. Right. So we are at just a little bit over 12.5. So I can make these at 6, about there. And then we'll go 3. The nice thing about cutting them upside down is you don't know what you're going to get. If you are not using a guillotine like this, and you've got like a rotary trimmer or the little Fiskars, you know, the little tiny blade, don't cut your masterboard until it's completely dry. Otherwise, it will just, or the glue stick, because it soaks and wets the paper, it will, sorry, concentrating, it will just, you know, scrunch up. Right, let's have a look-see. Okay, give them a shuffle, let's have a look. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, 2, 3. It's kind of that way, only because that little bit of writing, it's okay sideways. That one's a bit plain, but that's okay because we can put a sticker and labels and stuff on there. Cute. Right, so as we all do, we get our, oh, where have they gone? Oh, fallen down. Get our little card and make a tag. Scissors. Oh, sorry. I guess you can hear the ambulance zooming past. We have a, do I want it that way? Well, let's do it. There's an old nursing home about 1 kilometre down the road, so we actually get quite a lot of ambulances. There we go. How cute is that? So where's that one that was a bit, so this one that's a bit plain. I mean, I could just leave them like that and then, you know, dress them up a bit later. But this one, I could just go through, I can see I've got like little bits. And we can just add some, what about, there's lots of writing on there, isn't there? What about some music? What about this little music one? And where was that little post? Oh, it's the wrong colour. That's okay, we have plenty. Let's bring over the pile. Plenty of all sorts of stuff. It's a little, don't know what it is, but there we go. Put that on there. Let's do it. Where's my glue book gone? I've lost it. I've got too much stuff on my desk, that's the problem. Everything just gets piled onto everything else. And then, this is the type of thing, like I could just leave that like that, but when I would go to use it, I can just pull out something like that. Actually, that looks really pretty on there, doesn't it? Let's just do that. Let's not think too much. Let's get ourselves, where are my labels? The ones that some of the labels I was going to use, not one with flowers, as we're putting a flower on there. Let's see. Something. What are these? We've got anything in it. How about these ones? Looks a bit weird. Oh, what about this specimen? One that's a bit bigger. We don't have to actually see what's written on it, it's just the size. We can always put, we can always get one of our newies and just find, because it's very, except for the pink and green, it's a very neutral tag. I kind of like that one under there. So we just, oh, here we go. What about this little greenie? We got something that's, oh, I can see a little tiny one there. something like that. Perfect, let's do it. Glue book. And now, hope you don't think I'm weird. Well, if anyone knows me in person, then you know that I am, but I'm actually going to, I often find sticking things together, then I know that I'm going to get, oh, that's got glue all over it. Let's just, know I'm going to get it all in the right spot. This was a very fiddly one, so I think I will just use the arc glitter on the whole lot, because that little glue stick, that'd just tear it. So when you make your masterboard, then you're going to have a whole heap of tags like this ready to use in your projects. Okay. It's going off, it's okay. Nice. Done. Let's put its little corners on. Oops. Oh dear. I need to make new pins because they're all coming apart. Let's have just that small one. Let's get our hole punch and only because this has come out, first thing to come out, I just can't do it without measuring. On here, I don't know if you can see, but I've put, let me see here in the light, I've put a little line there, so that's the middle of the slot. And I can line that up with my, and then we could find something. This is just, looks like the edge of a serviette or something. Where's my string? Where has my string gone? Oh, I don't know where the string's gone, but oh look, there's another piece. So yeah, if you're trimming down old serviettes, keep the edges. And here we've got some eyelash trim, that'll do. That's a bit long, doesn't need to be that long. Let's make it about there. And then we get some of this. And I probably should have cut it after, that would have been a better idea. So if you go to your local yarn shop and buy yourself a ball of this eyelash trim. You'll have it forever. You'll never get rid of it. It is very hard to tie into a bow with all the little eyelashes, but you can get there. There we go. Just make a little, no, actually I think I'm just going to do a knot. Bows don't look good in the eyelash trim. There we go. And I've just got that on an old cotton reel because it was getting all, and even on the cotton reel it's still coming undone. I need to get some netting and put over it, or a bigger reel. That would work too. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to round the corners. Where are you, corner rounder? Down here. Medium one. That doesn't look right. There we go, that looks better. And a bit of ink around the edges. Because I have to. It just, isn't that funny? Some people don't have to ink. I just have to ink. Hello, my name is Mandy. I am an inkaholic. I'm also a chocoholic, but don't tell anyone. Right. And when it's plain like that, because I don't usually like the white, I would do a stamp, or let me pull out whatever was on top, and we get our. I don't need to do the whole thing, but sometimes I'll just get a script stamp and just do it, or I'll stamp lines. Or this one, I just put a little bit of a, I don't go super dark. And it's just enough to help with the white. And I know that probably where you're looking and you're thinking there's none on there. And sometimes I'll do it and I go, oh my gosh, I haven't even done any. But I have. And then I can just ink around this side as well. You'll be pleased to know I've ordered new foam dome thingies because I haven't found mine. I still haven't found them. I don't know where they are. I should find them. If Murphy's Law is anything to go by, I shall find them once the others arrive. I'm going to put a little bit up here. There we go. See? So, how easy is that? You've got yourself a unique tag and easy to put in, ready to go. So I've decorated with a cutout, couple of labels. Cute. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, and I've got some more scrapbook paper up here, and I'm going to try and use up a fair amount of this stash. I'll come back, I'll show you them before I cut them, and then I'm going to cut them up and we'll have a big reveal and see how we go. Alrighty, 2 seconds for you, probably a couple of hours for me. See you shortly. Right, it's been about 2 hours. I don't seem to have made much of a dent in my scraps here. Well, they're not even scraps. They're the bits that I cut up from printouts that I hadn't used. I mean, I've used some, but it doesn't seem to be all that much less. So let's have a look at them. I haven't cut them up yet. So I've used up, for some reason I've got there must be at least 50 of them. Who knows what I was doing? Maybe it's, you know, sometimes when your printer goes weird and prints things out again, that could have happened. Right. So I don't know why I've got this weird shaped piece of paper, but it was in with all of these, so I thought, well, I'll cover it up. 1, 2. Now this one, right, all of my digital papers that I had, they're a little bit collage, but they're starting to get really big, so if I cut them into tags, they're not going to be all that interesting. So I then cut them into, where are they? Probably at the bottom. So then I cut them in half. Right, here we go. Then I cut my digital papers in half, and then as I went here, I've cut them in half into quarters again. So this one's just, there's no labels on that one. This was the last of all of my really busy papers. So you can see these are this one and this one of Tracie's freebies, printed 2 to a page. These ones were ones that I already had printed out, and there was a tiny little bit in the middle, so I just stuck a little bit of music paper under there. This one, there's enough of like interest in those. When I cut them up, I'll get interesting tags. And same with this one. So just 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of A5, and then just a bit to cover the hole in the center. All right. This one, they're all different sizes, bits of from the cut apart, and then I've just put labels everywhere. That one's just the A5, as is that one. I think this one, these tags might need a bit of extra when they're cut, but we'll see. This one, lots of little bits and pieces. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces and a bit of a postcard. That's the one I started on camera, and then I started putting little labels everywhere. Alrighty, I'm going to cut these all up down into tag shapes, and I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. The big reveal. Oops. What have we done? I tried to keep them in order so that, oh, I know. Right, now because I didn't take the barcode strip off my tabs, they're all slightly different heights, and this one I cut it I put it in the wrong way, so they're a tiny bit wider. But let's, the big reveal. Let's see what they look like. So we've got, these are the ones I did with you on camera, and that was the one I said, you know, if it's a bit plain, you just add something to it. Right, so that was the little, it was 8 by 10 bit of paper. So now I noticed that I can actually see the scrap, and it's not very thick. I'll still have to back this onto something. So let's see what we've got. So these I just cut into 4 pieces, and they are very cute. So you could have a little tab on the back, so journal cards. So they are now 4 by 5. They are. They're very cute, like those. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I get 8 out of each sheet. Well, aren't they? They look great. Oh my God, Tracie, thank you so much for the inspiration. So, and you'll look at them like, oh, you just saw me. It's this one. I feel that needs to be up the right way. And that one, probably because I don't want my flower upside down. How cute. Okay. I'm not going to worry about keeping them in order once we've gone through this, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Oh, now these ones haven't got all of the little labels and extra bits on them, so they're a little bit plainer, but that's where we do this to them when I'm going to use them. So probably what I'll do is, once I've finished showing you girls and guys all of these, I'll probably sort them into plainer ones that need to have a bit of something, and ones that I'll be able to just snip the corners off, and just use it as is. So, but I do like the collage effect. They're cute. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Oh, they're nice. So, oh, that one has to go. See what I mean? To me, that needs to go that way. And there we go. Those ones, even though they're plain like the last ones, there's enough happening that they could just be used, maybe just a focal point on them. Cool. I like it, I like it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these are the ones that just had the A5 pieces of paper, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit in the middle. Cute. And these have got enough going on. See, that one will be a sideways one. And probably that one too. But there's enough going on in the paper that I don't need to, you know, they don't need any zhuzhing up. Nice. Oh my God. And I haven't looked at these. I cut them upside down, so I didn't see what they look like. So we're discovering this together. Okay. Cute. But a little bit plainer, so they'll need a big focal point on them, I think. But I like it. I like it a lot. And 8. Oh, they're nice, aren't they? So because the paper is busy enough, they could be just used as is. That one needs to go that way. Maybe. Depends how you use it. Oh, they're nice. Cool. Okay, and once again, this is one with just the papers. That's quite cute. That one's a bit plain. Something, we've got a bit of a bird there, but it would still need, that one's okay. It still needs something on it. And possibly, oops, she throws one on the ground. No! Possibly these ones might. So a couple of those will need zhuzhing up. Is that a word? I don't know. You make up all these words when you work with children. 5, 6, 7 and 8. Oh, they're cute. Oh, they're very nice. Like that, I think. Oh, see? Nice, just as they are. Beautiful. This must be the last one. Pick a card, any card. Okay. So these ones to me would need to be sideways ones. These ones will need a little something something added to them. But I like them because, oh my gosh, look at that big pile of them there. So 4 journaling cards and all of these tags. Let's put that one on top as soon as we've done it. Wow. That's huge. Put those in my tag drawer, and I have got a whole heap of tags to play with that are all in the style of, you know, the colours and things that I like. Nice. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tracie. So I did use some of my labels, but I could come in and look at that one with all those labels. Cute. I could come in and add labels onto some of the other ones that need a bit extra, but probably I would leave it until I was adding a focal point. Oh my gosh, nice. So now we need a something for them to go in. And so, I mean, like, that's taken me like 4 hours today, like ripping up all the paper and then doing these. But I've still got all of this. So I probably could make another 6 sheets, and I've got plenty of this stuff, so I may as well make them. And actually what I might do is make some more journal cards. So make them like do 4 wide and yeah, I'll, you know, maybe 4 by 3 or something. These are 3 by 6. Yep, some 4 by 3 journal cards. That'd be nice. That might be what I'll do next. And I'm going to finish all of those off. But the beauty is that this here, can I turn it on its side without it all falling out? This was full. So I have still got lots of papers in here to be used, and which I will, but I left the ones that weren't quite so busy, or they were duplicates. I'd already cut them up. Okay, so there's still, oh, that's one of mine. So this was a masterboard. You know how I said you could scan it? So I did the masterboard before I cut it up. I scanned it, and you get 4 different pages. So, but that is like a third. So I've used 2/3 of all of those collage pieces that I had, you know, and I've ripped them all up. And I can, you know, I can make these smaller so that I can, look, something like that. See, that'll be all right on the back. There, look at that. And then I can use those other bits on. Oh, perfect. I'll leave that with that. So, envelope. Would that fit? No. Will it fit on a tag? No. Oh, well, that's okay. But I will make some more. You can bet your bottom dollar, because I'm just going to use this all up. I need to make space for all of my stuff, and when you've got so much, this was one of the labels that thing, and I've got them everywhere. So, oops, these ones I took out because I was using them. So I'll just keep on going. I might even do some, because those are big enough just to do a straight. You know what would look good? You just covered it in these and then put all the labels on. Because look, I've got all of these printed out. We'll do some more. So I'll show you next time what I've made. So Had a bit of rain today. My daughter's camping this weekend because, of course, it's another long weekend. Our Easter last week, we got, with the wind, we were outside trying to everyone was helping everyone else in the caravan park because everyone's awnings were going everywhere. One of the caravans opposite us, they had an older van and their awning was just shredded. But the wind, we were all laughing because we had so much sand on it felt like we'd had microdermabrasion on our skin. So it was just sandblasted, all the sand. But then when we got, like we went out to dinner and I said, I've got to go to the bathroom and wash my face. And then I blew my nose and it was just like sand. But then it just rained off and on. So my daughter decided to pack up and go home because her boyfriend had come down to visit. And she made the right choice because she packed up before the rain. And it was just like, oh my goodness. And so that was Saturday, all of Easter Sunday, we pretty much just stayed in the van. But I mean, our friends were still there, so we had a bit of a Scrabble competition and, did some reading and I did some crochet. I did lesson planning for my watercolour workshops. And so, I mean, it wasn't wasted, but you couldn't sit out on the lake, outside and look over the lake, which is one of the things we like about it. But it was still a lovely weekend away. So thank you for joining me this afternoon. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day and rest of the weekend. I will see you next time. Not sure now, but now that I've got all these tags, maybe I might even just do a tag decorating video. I don't know. Let me know what you think I could do. So take care and I will see you all again next time. Please remember to like my video, leave me a comment. Love you reading your comments. I always reply to them as well. And I will see you in the next video. Toodles.